Hello to all members of the Sacred Heart School community. Each year writes a unique story, a story complete with many chapters, plots, and characters. Some years are marked in a way that its story is repeated over and over, as if to probe for greater understanding and perspective. Other years fade from memory, not standing out in relief against one thing in the larger context of time. This year, our school community wrote a story that will be told again and again by many different voices, both young and old. For years to come, the story of our 2019-2020 school year will be marked by its mystery, remembered for its unexpected twists and turns, and probed for its invitations and messages. I believe that the mystery of God's heart was revealed in our school year, broken open and made known through the many expressions of love that permeated our community. Whether reflected in sidewalk works of art, in hearty meals, in making and donating rosaries, making countless videos, Google Meets, personalized delivery of signs and gifts, messages for best practices in healthcare. We really lived our mission with courage and with confidence. We opened our homes and our hearts and continued building of the Sacred Heart relationships in really so many ways. We became actors and proactive, and we enacted our big story in indelible ways. Like any enduring story, you want to know more. What happens next? Faced forward now, I'd like to share with you our plans for the next chapters in the long story that is Sacred Heart. Summer learning. Our camp is closed this summer, but our campus is opening. We are welcoming many of our younger Sacred Heart children and their teachers back to school with a variety of summer learning programs and activities. This time will not be camp-style fun with swishy water, sports, and slides, because that is simply not possible right now. Alternatively, we are planning learning experiences that will be safe, enriching, and of course, fun. For more information and to register for these weekly programs, you are offered a link with the printed material that accompanies this video. On-campus activity. Summer learning will not be the only things happening on our campus this summer. Our school will continue to optimize the time that we have had to fully prepare our facilities for the return to campus in the fall. We will have power washed, cleaned and disinfected, restriped our parking lot in the Martag campus, painted the black fence around the Rosary campus, renovated the Martag campus library, cleaned storm drains in preparation for hurricane season, repaired the roof on the Martag campus, and completed innumerable classroom maintenance projects. And that is really just what I'm sharing with you right now. When students return to the campus in August, they will find the pristine setting of our grounds and buildings waiting to welcome them for learning. Hospitality. Central to our spiritual mission is hospitality. As a welcoming community, these past 2 months have given us a real chance to expand our educational mission beyond the gates. At the same time, we are preparing for the return of our students. During the summer months, we will reimagine the use of many of our large spaces, indoor and outdoor, to accommodate the needs for social distancing, if that is still necessary. We are blessed at Sacred Heart with spacious outdoor areas, with playgrounds and courtyards, galleries and fields that lend themselves just perfectly to learning. Our interior spaces are flush with large assembly areas, auditoriums, gymnasiums, dining rooms, wide corridors, and large windows all around for gathering in new ways and for good ventilation. Our school buildings were designed to welcome the trade winds and crosswinds from the river to the lake. So we're very blessed at Sacred Heart with a setting for education designed by inspired educators and, of course, brilliant architects. Proactive and prepared for every circumstance. St. Madeleine Sophie Barra, foundress of the Society of the Sacred Heart and Sacred Heart Education in the early 1800s, gave this counsel to her nuns for dealing with epidemics. She said, "Be proactive and be prepared for every circumstance." Now, she also mentioned the importance of good hygiene, of cleanliness, good food, and rest. That counsel, can you imagine, was delivered 220 years ago. You know, some words are simply timeless, aren't they? In that spirit, our adult leaders will continue to put in place responsive programming to address the curricular needs of our students. As educators, we excel in our craft, and that was in evidence as we pivoted this past year so quickly into teaching and instruction through asynchronous and synchronous learning on and off campus. Seamlessly, we blended our approach and style to accommodate both the needs of the environment and those of our students. We integrated technology in our learning and learning practices to ensure quality. Technology did not drive us. Rather, we were inventive enactors who constructed a powerful story of how technology can be deeply integrated into learning in many new ways. We are really proud of this chapter in our story of this year, all evidence of our quality of care for teaching and for learning here at Sacred Heart. Partnership in practice. As we turn towards next year, our past informs our present and also to our next steps. Your sharing with us and your input and feedback in surveys and emails, in Google Meets, and in conference calls has been really important to our sharpening our saw for those uncharted territories of Sacred Heart education at the Rosary. I'd like to thank you for your supportive partnerships during this year through so many wonderful times and events. The Alumni Association's Back to School Bingo, the Santa Party, the Mothers Club Christmas Luncheon and Trunk or Treat, the Fathers Club Mardi Gras Trailer, and the golf tournament. I think it was the largest ever with its golf ball drop this year. And of course, all of the very special moments of celebration like Christmas basket mass and prayer in our neighborhood, the neighborhood of our school, and also too this year in our actual neighborhoods and our online neighborhoods too. Quality. At Sacred Heart, quality sets us apart from others. It distinguishes our values added. Out of our shared experiences, we are confident. We are grounded in a certainty about this. Whether we are about the work of education on campus, off campus, or in some hybrid modality, the experience of our children and the students will be one of quality teaching and learning, and one which utilizes best practices in the field of education. This is our promise to you and it is formed on the backbone of our capable and our committed administrators, faculty, and staff of our school. Carpe diem. As we ended this year, our entire team met for 3 days of comprehensive planning across all divisions and departments of the school. Together, we set a course for professional growth during the summer in our respective fields of practice. The adult platform for continuity of learning consists of 3 components and also others. The first of which is social and emotional dimensions of learning. We believe that this is a priority for all members of our school community. For all of us, the attitudes, the skills, and the behaviors necessary for lifelong learning. Secondly, online facilitation of learning. We recognize that the shift to the remote environment is one that will require and does require specialized competencies. Facilitation of teaching and learning in a blended, dynamic, quote-unquote, room, online and also to face-to-face, impels us to inquire into the ways we learn and think differently. In a positive way, this pushes us to inquire and to become more adept at recognizing the different ways in which children and adults learn, and in all of the subtleties of that. As third, and as indicated by the Times, we will develop a more customized approach to our service, retaining the personalist touch that marks our school culture, of course, and concomitantly, the integrating technology resources. For example, our school portal, My School app, will become more robust, our website more resourceful, our data more integrated through enhanced tools, and our social presence more engaging. Many of you have shared with me how much you have enjoyed these many features during the stay-at-home mandate, so we're committing to their continuation and even enhancement. For example, this letter is being presented in 2 forms, the traditional written one and a new video style one. I hope that you are enjoying our mixing it up and the variety that comes with doing some old things new. It stretches all of us, including me, with its accompanying awkwardness and discomfort. Our work of education is being pushed to new dimensions, and we say, carpe diem, and bring it on. Our hopes and aspirations for the year ahead. This message is long, and it's really long enough to become a short story, or at least a chapter in a much longer one. And so I do want to end it now with a few forward-focused aspirations for our year ahead. At the Rosary, we travel towards a new frontier as a school community. Our powerful Sacred Heart charism, its spirituality, and our pioneer roots anchor us in any wind and in any storm ahead. Frontiers define our story. And the frontier is where we thrive as Sacred Heart students, educators, and families. We grow stronger on the frontiers of the world, wherever that finds us. Secondly, our faith in God is strong, it's fierce, and it's resilient. And why is that? The one whose heart is open to the world is accompanying us on that path, in both light and in darkness. Our mission, as expressed in our goals and criteria, calls us into the world and beyond our gates. I believe that it will continue to beckon us through the months ahead to a critical consciousness of the world, to make that difference, and to serve others with the attitudes of Jesus' heart. Our world will continue to break open our hearts and our minds so that we may become one heart and one mind. Lastly, we are confident as we face forward. And why not? We are journeying together, writing our story, a long and a beautiful one with integrity and mission. I don't know about you, but I cannot wait for the 2021 school year. I know that I and so many of us look forward to seeing you. Now, this is really the end. I want to assure you of my continued prayer and commitment to work for your children and for our students. Our entire team is here for you, so please reach out to us during the summer if you need us in any way. We are here, whether at school, at home, or in our neighborhoods. We will stay in touch with you through email communications in the days and the months ahead to keep you updated. Our Ashby Gates on the webpage will continue to serve as a central resource for your community-wide resources and also messages until we return. In closing, as St. Madeleine Sophie counseled, remember to enjoy some good food. She did actually specify hearty soups, and get some rest during the days ahead of the summer months. God bless each one of you. Have a beautiful summer, and we'll see you in the fall.